Hello, welcome. Hi, Gitte. I see people hopping on. Awesome. So, welcome also to everybody watching this as a replay whenever you have the time to watch this replay. And I'm excited about sharing with you today how your angels or spirit guides love to communicate with you. And maybe Gitte, you want to share how your guides and angels reach out to you, or do you know exactly who they are? I know you have some good connections there as well. I'm curious. I'm always curious. Yeah. It's always very special when our angels and spirit guides reach out to us and the way they do it. And so I just wanted to use this webinar to bring some awareness so you can pay attention to all the signs or the ways, that they might show up in your life. Yeah. So let's see. I want to also include my slides here. Let's see. Hope this works. Yeah, so I hope you see my full slide, my full presentation here. Okay, great. So I would say, let's get started. Okay, just a little bit about me for those of you who never met me. My name is Laís. I'm half German, half Brazilian. I grew up a bit everywhere and lived in many different countries. Right now, I work as a psychic healer and women's empowerment coach, but that's not the path that I thought I would be on. I studied business, I was in the corporate world. And so for the last 8-9 years, I've been doing this now. And it very much started with my spiritual awakening when I started to communicate with my angels, my spirit guides. And it was just so beautiful and also so helpful because they do share tips and they do give us guidance. And I wouldn't be who I am today without all the help that I could get from the spiritual realms, because they even helped me set up my business, for example. So it was absolutely amazing what happened. And since then, I've been passing on messages from the divine to my clients, be it their angels, spirit guides, etc., which is always such a empowering situation when that happens. I am the creator of a 21-step system to co-create with the universe, meaning I help women to manifest the life they desire and deserve to live. And one of those steps, one of those 21 steps, is the connection to their guides and angels. So I love teaching women how to connect themselves to their guidance system and how they can get messages and signs from their own guides and angels. There's, for me, nothing more empowering than to be able to connect to the divine. So that's why I'm very excited about sharing this today. Let's go ahead. Okay, I'll dive right into my tips, and some of them might seem obvious to you. They appear in our dreams. Okay, so if you wake up at night and you just remember your dreams, make note of them because otherwise you will forget. But your spirit guides and angels, they have a way of appearing in your dreams because that's when our minds are not busy. That's when they can reach our subconscious mind, and they might show up as actual angel figures or spirit guides the way we imagine them to look like, but they might also just appear as different shapes, different humans, so that we don't freak out or question anything. So just pay attention to dreams where you receive guidance or where people seem to be helping you with something. Sometimes it's just also about any kind of messages that you might be receiving, not lessons as such, but more like tips or inspiring information. So always take note when you have these kind of dreams, because a lot happens when we are asleep. Gita is saying, I'm very busy at night. Yes, indeed. Our souls, they can even travel at night. They can go and meet different other souls, including angels and spirit guides. So we can literally be studying at night as well, or our soul can be studying when it goes traveling. Number 2, you see feathers everywhere. And that you can really pay attention to when you ask them to send you a sort of sign that they are with you. You will see feathers everywhere. So I just started my Angel and Spirit Guide Academy, and most of the ladies are seeing feathers everywhere, like in the most random spots. The other one was sending me an email the other day that there was a feather floating just in front of her or right at the gym spot where she was working out. Right there, she sees a feather, and yeah, at the most random spots, the feathers will just be following you. So pay attention. It doesn't matter what kind of feathers, what color feathers, it's just the symbolic meaning of feathers in general. So definitely ask for signs and see if you see the feathers. So we see colored orbs. You see that in the picture here below a little bit. So they can be even more colorful than that. It's unfortunately not my picture. I wish I had taken pictures when I saw such orbs in my pictures. But I remember a distinct memory where I was at my mom's place. She's living in the UK, and we were just having fun. We were filming little videos for our businesses. She's self-employed, just like I am. And suddenly there was this huge green orb floating in the living room. And then we both stared at it disbelievingly, like, what is that, right? And it was so visible with the open eyes. And we knew right away this is some sort of guide or angel. And then plop, it disappeared again. And usually you can see them in pictures when you go out to nature or even at home. There's colored orbs that can be your angels and spirit guides. But also be aware, sometimes orbs are just spirits of deceased human beings. So that can also be, especially if they don't have any colors to it, they can be very much just spirits. Gita is saying, I have that in a photo captured in the forest, a turquoise one. Oh, you have a turquoise orb that you saw? Oh, I would love to see that. You can post it in the group, maybe, Abundant Chicks. Yeah, please post it there. Oh my God, I would love to see that. So that's exciting. So pay attention on any kind of pictures you take, whether you find any colored orbs. Then they show up through cloud formations. Now, the left one, it wasn't me who took it, but if you pay attention to clouds, if you have these mindful moments where you just walk in nature and you look up in the sky and you keep observing the clouds, they might just show up like that. They play around with the clouds to make that formation so you know they're there. And the right picture, on the other hand, it's me who took that earlier this year when I was living in Bali for a few months. And that was one of my spirit guides. So you see this beautiful yellow, orange, it was sunrise, and they assembled it in such a beautiful way for me to know, you know, my guides are here. So definitely pay attention to the clouds, because it's very easy for angels and spirit guides to work with the clouds. So absolutely beautiful. Then we have repetitive numbers, or seeing repetitive numbers. Lots of people observe that every single time they look on their mobile, they see the time being 11:11 or 1:11 or 2:22, or, you know, like kind of special numbers. And every number means a different thing. And just pay attention to the kind of numbers you keep seeing. It can be on number plates, it can be on the bills you receive when you're paying. As I said, the clock on your mobile phone, yeah, any kind of numbers. And if they seem repetitive to you, or like anything is talking to you through that numbers, definitely pay attention. And then there's a beautiful website that I use to go check on the actual meaning of those numbers. So you can Google it. Angel numbers, there's all sorts of different websites. So you get more information about why you're seeing those specific numbers. And that's, again, it's your angels trying to reach out to you, so you get the message, so you know they are there. So That's another way they are reaching out to you. So pay attention. This one, you feel you're not alone. Sometimes we have this feeling there's a presence and it doesn't feel creepy. When it feels creepy, it's not good. But you feel there's a loving presence with you, be it during the day. Sometimes you just feel, oh, it feels like you're not alone, or even at night, you feel there's a positive presence. Little kids usually are very good with observing these things or feeling these things. And we as adults, if we're sensitive enough, we feel it too. So if you feel you're not alone, just trust your gut feeling on this and know that you are being protected, that someone is there with you. So, yes. And then, number 7, you feel a tingling on top of your crown. So sometimes they can interfere with our energy field, and it seems like a little tingling or like a little pressure on our crown. Again, it comes together with the feeling that we are not alone, because sometimes we just feel tingling in the crown when we're channeling energy, especially as healers or people who work with energy in general. But if it comes with a tingling and you feel, oh, there's someone here and I feel this loving presence, again, that's your spirit guides or angels that manage to access your energy field and make it vibrate sort of so that you can feel them. So again, pay attention on what's going on energetically with your body, because that might just be your angels. Number 8, you get goosebumps, or what I also like to call truth bumps. You know, when somebody shares something and it rings so true to me, then I have goosebumps or truth bumps, because you know it's the truth. It's like my body is reacting to the truth or the element of truth in it, and I just know for sure, wow, you know, this just sounds amazing and it absolutely resonates with what I am believing or experiencing with this topic. And just observe if you have the same. Every time you get a goosebump, when somebody tells you something and it really resonates, how does your body react? It might be goosebumps, but it might for you also be a completely different sensation in your body, maybe a twitching, or, you know, everybody is different. I do know a lot of people experience goosebumps, but also, you know, it might just be a completely different sensation for you. So just pay attention to your body, be mindful of how it communicates with you, especially when it's around topics that really resonate. And that is such a beautiful thing to experience, because A, it's nice, and B, we feel like we're being guided as well towards the right path, or to spend more time with certain people. Gitte is saying, I get tearful when feeling like I am alone, and then send love and connecting with the heart of Jesus, and I get angel bumps and cry out of gratitude. Yes. So once we felt really lonely, and then suddenly we feel a presence there that is with us. Of course, it can be very emotional in a way that we feel so grateful. We feel like we've been listened to, we've been guided. So it's absolutely amazing to reach out and ask for our angels and spirit guides to step in, especially in those moments where we feel desperate, where we feel very anxious and sad or depressed. We always have to ask for their help and guidance, because they have to respect our free will, of course. So they don't come if we don't ask for help. Number 9, and that's one of my biggest passions. It's to create meditations to help women to connect to their spirit guides and angels. So right now in my Spirit Guide and Angel Academy that I'm running, which actually finishes tomorrow, I'm having a whole series of meditations for them to connect to very different spirit guides and angels each day. And so they meet their guardian angel, they meet different spirit guides, they meet spirit animals, they meet elementals or nature spirits, and the spirit guide that is all about their spiritual evolution. And that's a beautiful thing that happens when we really are mindful, when we have space in our minds to welcome them in and to communicate with them. So I love teaching that. I really, really love teaching how to connect to your angels and spirit guides through meditations and visualizations. But this is also something everybody can experience by themselves, alone at home, just by quietening the mind, allowing your right brain to take over, which is your intuitive brain, right? Your creative brain. And the easiest part is actually to connect with them. The most difficult part is to then trust that you're not just making things up or that your imagination is running wild. I think that's the one thing that people struggle with the most, is just believing in their visions or the information they retrieve, because otherwise it's quite easy to visualize and communicate with angels and spirit guides. Then number 10, again, this is something I do in my Angel and Spirit Guide Academy. I love to create little tarot spreads like this one, and how to connect to angels and spirit guides via the tarot cards. So students typically will buy at least one deck of tarot cards or angel cards. You know, there's so many of them that you can buy. And then to put it in a layout, for example, this one. So for number 1, you get a message how your guardian angel sees you. Number 2, a little message about your life purpose. Number 3, what you need to heal. Number 4, anything about your self-expression and how to improve that. Number 5, what you need to release. Number 6, any messages around work and finances. And 7, what inspired action could you take to move forward confidently? That's just one of many examples, but the tarot is like an initial doorway, let's call it that, where you can connect to the divine, get already amazing messages, and feel more confident to then later head into your meditation and then receive further messages and guidance, because you already have that connection established. You already, received some very useful information, and then the next step, it just seems easier that way. So yeah, tarot cards with a certain layout, and there's many, many different layouts and topics you can use. And then another way we can connect, it's through a pendulum. So you see this pendulum here, it's just a really easy tool to use that can give you very quick yes and no answers. And that way you can ask questions and know that you're connected to your guides and angels. And you just ask specific questions about any topics you would like to know more of, or decisions you would like to take. So I love also to teach the pendulum because it's really easy to use. And last but not least, through smells. So I have one lady right now in my Angel and Spirit Guide Academy. She's been smelling flowery scents for the last few days already, even though there's no flowers nearby in her home or wherever she smells these flowers. So again, some people have this sensitivity for smells, and they can smell angels and spirit guides. And if the angels know that this is one of your skills, one of your gifts, they will definitely make use of that, so that you feel the divine is with you because you're smelling it. So that's absolutely beautiful too. So just pay attention if you're one of those that are really sensitive to smell, whether you ever smell something that you shouldn't be smelling because there are no flowers close by. But it can also be other smells. It doesn't have to be flowers. It's just a different smell that you can't associate with anything that is just around you in that moment. Yeah, so that's also a beautiful thing when it happens. They're communicating with us, letting us know, hey, I'm here, don't worry. So yeah, those were my quick 12 tips. Does anybody have a question? Let me know below. Gitte is already sharing when she feels Mother Mary's energy, which is like an ascended master energy. then she smells white roses. So it's even specific, like a specific flower. That's amazing. So it seems like Gitta has this sensitivity for the smells. That's amazing. So as a little way, so how we can better communicate with the divine, it's always through gratitude. Or gratitude, for me at least, is one of the most powerful ways to get our energy up, to be able to communicate with the divine, because our energy needs to be good, right? If we are too stressed, too tense, then it's really difficult. So in this Angel Academy I'm having right now, every time we start with a gratitude prayer, but there's different ways that you can use. That can be energy healing, it could be through dancing, it could be through essential oils and a nice bath, it could be through walking in nature for a little bit, just to let go of any tension. So just listen to your intuition. Your body always knows what it needs in order to calm, to feel more peaceful. But yeah, as I said, gratitude is an easy thing to practice, and it goes amazingly fast when we do. Yeah. And Gitta is grateful. Thank you as well, my dear. I'm going to drop the link to my website for this Angel and Spirit Guide Academy. The new dates are not on there yet as of today, but I will change it. For anyone who just wants to have a little look to see what it is about, you can go here and check out when the next program starts. If you want to be a part of it, just reach out to me via my website and you can reserve your space. Usually those spots quickly book out because I like to keep my groups quite small for this program. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful, give you a little bit of tips that you can practice and that you can be aware of. And as I said, always ask for help and guidance, because otherwise they cannot step in and help. So how do I come? There we go. So thank you everybody for joining live, and also those who will be coming as a replay. Actually, my guides are asking me to pick a card for the collective from my Archangel Michael deck. That's just a little message you might be needing to hear right now, and that might be relevant to you or those people around you in your life, right? So let's just see what comes up. As I said, through the tarot, we always establish a beautiful connection. So let's see what the angels and spirit guides need you to know right now. And usually I shuffle the cards until one falls out, or until one card is like drawing my attention to it. Oh, it seems like it's this one. Oh, okay. So it says, your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. That's a beautiful message. So sometimes, as I was saying, we don't trust our inner guidance. We don't trust that what we see or what we feel is real. We just think we're making things up. And then we rely so much on what other people are telling us to do, or, when we don't have to. Because if we really trust our visions or our gut feeling, our intuition, it's divinely guided. So sometimes our angels and guides will whisper to us, and it comes as thoughts into our own heads. It seems like it's our own thoughts, but many times it's not. So angels are saying, your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So I want you to know that, which is beautiful. Confirms what I was just saying here. Okay, let's see. Francesca can't hear a thing, but the visuals were confirming. Oh, I don't know. That's so strange. Francesca, you couldn't hear me. I have no idea what happened. Hmm. Any questions, ladies, before I let you go again? Hmm. So I'm gonna send a replay, or I'm gonna put up a replay on my website. So for those who missed out, you can still watch whatever you missed. And voila, that's it from me today. So thank you again for showing up, and sending you big kisses. Bye bye, my dears.